everyone, welcome to Live Interactive English. This is Karen.
Welcome, friends. I am Shane.
Today we're looking at a lesson called Vegetable Crayons, Producing Art with Produce. And the vocabulary words are powder.
Powder.
He powdered the block into dust.
Ooh. Trail.
Trail.
The car needed repairs. It had leaked a long trail of oil along the road.
Machinery.
Machinery.
The factory workers use various types of machinery.
Balance.
Balance.
The movie has a perfect balance of drama and comedy.
Ingredient.
Ingredient.
The dish contains few ingredients and is very easy to make.
Well, what's the dish? What's the dish? Cookies?
No.
Ice, water.
No.
Okay, never mind.
Vegetables.
Vegetables. We're talking about vegetables today.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay. Vegetable what?
I don't know. You're the one who said it's a vegetable dish. Making
Vegetable.
How about like a stir-fried green beans?
No. We're making vegetable
Crayons.
That's right.
But that's not a dish. We can't eat them.
Well, it wouldn't harm you if you ate them.
Oh, wow. So actually, traditional crayons are made from like refined crude oil, right?
That's right.
It's the kind of oil that we'll use to power our cars and things like that. So you don't really want to be eating that.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you were to eat one of these vegetable crayons, well, it's probably not going to be nutritious, but it won't harm you.
So it's better for children.
That's the point. Kids are the ones who are using crayons. When you were a kid, did you color with crayons?
Oh, of course. I loved coloring with crayons.
Really? I like to color with blood.
Shane.
Okay, just kidding.
Hello.
But you can eat blood too.
So there are quite a few benefits of using the vegetable crayons.
That's right. So let's learn more about vegetable crayons. Why don't we?
Yeah, let's do it.
And if you're a vampire, you can learn more about blood.
Shane, we're not talking about blood.
Enjoy.
Vegetable crayons, producing art with produce. From northern Japan comes a new and creative method of making crayons. Unlike traditional crayons, which are made from refined crude oil, Naoko Kimura's vegetable crayons are made from powdered produce. This includes not just vegetables, but also fruits, beans, nuts, and seeds. Kimura was first inspired to make vegetable crayons when she learned how often fruits and vegetables go to waste. When farms have damaged or unwanted produce, it is often thrown away. Kimura puts this produce to good use as something other than food.
Welcome to Live Interactive English Magazine. Today's lesson is called Vegetable Crayons, Producing Art with Produce. Hi everyone, I'm Jeff, and I like a good pun.
You like a good pun? That is a pretty good pun, producing art with produce. But we're also talking about something that's very unusual, vegetable crayons. Vegetables are usually what we eat. They're healthy, they're full of vitamins. We have them in a salad. For example, crayons are something that we use to color and draw with. They're often made of colored wax. They're a form of sort of pencil or pencil crayon. We don't usually use food to make our art supplies, and we don't usually have art supplies that are filled with vitamins. So how do we come upon vegetable crayons? And what's next?
That's a good question.
Fruit pencils?
You just taught me how to dream.
There's an idea.
Draw and then have some delicious fruit-flavored pencils afterwards. Amazing.
Sure.
Anyways,
yes.
More on vegetable crayons, not fruit pencils. No. From northern Japan comes a new and creative method of making crayons. Like Mike said before, crayons are pieces of wax that are colored that kids can draw with. Very often, crayons are made by a company called Crayola. In fact, in certain parts of the United States, people call crayons Crayolas. Anyways, Crayolas, they're not made out of vegetables.
No, they're not.
These are not Crayola crayons that we're going to be talking about today.
That's right. Let's read a little bit about the traditional crayons. It says, Unlike traditional crayons, which are made from refined crude oil, that's what your typical Crayola crayon is made from. They're made from refined crude oil. It kind of looks like wax, like you might find on a candle, but I guess to make it these days, they need to make it in a bigger way.
It's like petroleum wax.
It's basically wax that comes from oil that's been refined, it's been chemically processed, so you can't throw crayons in your car and drive or anything like that. But it's basically the same thing. It's not natural, that's for sure. Naoko Kimura's vegetable crayons are made from powdered produce. So the other crayons, traditional crayons, made from oil, but these Japanese crayons are made from powdered produce or powdered vegetables.
Yeah, not even vegetable oil. Okay,
wow.
Powdered produce. How about that?
That's
now,
cool.
Here we have the verb powder to talk about. If you powder something, in this case, you turn that thing into a powder. By the way, when we're talking about powder, we're talking about a dry and light, sand-like substance. We have very fine particles of something that you could very easily blow into the air.
Like flour, you could say like flour that you use to bake with. That's a powder. Sometimes
certain makeups like rouge,
right? You might put
powder
baby powder on your body to sort of dry and soften your skin.
But that's the word powder as a
might get in your nose.
That's the word powder, though, as a noun. Here we're using this word powder as a verb. Yes, to powder something is to turn that thing into a powder, usually by crushing that thing, pulverizing that thing, or breaking that thing into small bits or particles. Anyways, for example, he powdered the block into dust. He used a large piece of machinery to reduce the cinder block into powder.
Or if you took a piece of chalk from a classroom and hit it with a hammer many times, you would powder that. So they take the vegetables, dry them out, and then turn them into a powder. This might be used to flavor soups or instant noodles or something like that, right? But this creative genius in Japan has decided to take this powdered vegetable and turn it into crayons. And it's not just vegetables, we learn. It says this includes not just vegetables, but also fruits, beans, nuts, and seeds. All natural things, all things that are grown, and all things that are safe for us, unlike refined crude oil. Now, where did the idea come from? It says Kimura was first inspired to make vegetable crayons when she learned how often fruits and vegetables go to waste. How often people throw away their fruits and vegetables. Maybe I could use this garbage food in another way.
And this is a big win-win.
Yeah.
Why do we need to get oil out of the ground and drill for oil and hurt the environment?
True.
Okay, when we can just take food or vegetables that can be otherwise wasted and then turn these things into crayons, I should say. Leave the crude oil in the ground, stop polluting planet Earth, and stop wasting fruits and vegetables too.
And since it's fruits and vegetables that would be in the garbage, we don't have to cut down trees and plant a whole bunch of new farms. We're just using the things that we already have that we would normally throw away.
Anyways, more on this. When farms have damaged or unwanted produce, it is often thrown away. It's wasted. Now, these crayons are going to do away with this waste or give this waste another use. Yes, Kimura puts this produce to good use as something other than food.
Okay, so those weird-shaped apples, the bruised bananas that might not end up in the supermarket can end up as crayons.
Amazing.
Cool.
Bravo, Kimura. Anyways, it's time for us to take a break. Don't go away, though. We'll be right back after this.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。今天的课文标题是 Vegetable Crayons。Producing art with produce， 动词 produce 它是表达生产或是制造，那它当名词要念作 produce， 是指农产品。好，那我们今天的课文就是要介绍一种用农产品制作的蔬菜蜡笔。刚刚老师们有提到 wax 这个字 ，wax 表示蜡，如果在前面加上 bees 蜜蜂，就会变成 beeswax。beeswax 表示蜜蜡、蜂蜡。好，另外美国有一间知名的蜡笔公司叫做 Crayola。Jeff 老师说，在某些地方人们会把蜡笔称为 Crayola。 好，那传统蜡笔是由精炼原油制成的，而木村尚子这位日本家庭主妇，她发明的蔬菜蜡笔，则是由粉状的农产品制成，它包含了蔬菜啊、水果啊、豆类、坚果类，还有种子。那这个点子是怎么来的呢？原来，当木村知道农场里面的人们常常把有损伤或是不要的农产品丢弃时，他觉得很浪费，就决定要善加利用这样的农产品来另作他用。好，这边有一个单字 powder， 它当名词表示粉或是粉末。那老师们举了几个例子，像是 rouge 就是腮红 ，baby powder 这是爽身粉，那这两种都是粉末状的。好，那 powder 当动词，它表示使什么什么成粉末状。Jeff 老师有用到 pulverize 这个动词 ，pulverize 表示研磨或是使什么什么成粉末。至于补充单字 refined， 它是形容精炼的或是精致的。至于 crude， 它可以用来形容天然的或是形容简陋的。那 crude oil 就表示原油。解答课文中。
Vegetable crayons, producing art with produce. Vegetable crayons took a while to perfect. In the beginning, the crayons often broke, had little color, and left behind a trail of wax on paper. Moreover, the sugar in the fruit-based crayons made a sticky mess in the machinery used to mold them. Eventually, Kimura found the right balance, using rice wax as a common ingredient in all her crayons.
Vegetable crayons, guys. Vegetable crayons are the crayons of the future. But it took a long time for vegetable crayons to get perfected or to become perfect. Yes, vegetable crayons took a while to perfect.
Yeah, when you perfect someone, you make it really good, the best it could be. So it was a bit of a process to get them from an idea to something that could actually work well. In the beginning, it says the crayons often broke. That's not good. Had little color, and left behind a trail of wax on paper. So they kind of did their job, but really not very well. They would break a lot. They didn't have bright colors, which of course other crayons do have. And they left behind a trail of wax on paper. And this isn't a good trail like the things that you draw. This is kind of a messy, sticky trail. I imagine
more like the John Muir Trail.
Yeah, probably something. I would imagine it would
get. Up in the mountains.
It would get not that. No. It would get on your arm. It would, it would dirty up your clothes.
It was like a stain.
Things like that. A trail like a stain. So a trail, as you said, could be a marked route, like a path. When you go hiking, you might want to stick to the trail because it's the cleared area. But we also talk about a trail sort of being a path that has already been covered by something. Snails are famous for using sort of a sticky slime, and you can see the way the snail has traveled by its trail. All right, or in the storybook Hansel and Gretel, the kids put down a trail of breadcrumbs to mark their way through the forest. This is showing where they've gone. This is showing their route. For example, the car needed repairs. It had leaked a long trail of oil along the road.
Anyways, moving on, more on vegetable crayons. Moreover, the sugar in the fruit-based crayons made a sticky mess in the machinery used to mold them. It's very important to mold crayons. Usually when you make those crayons, you have to melt down the wax and then put them into a mold so that hot wax can cool down and then become the shape of an actual crayon. That's what molding is all about. And by the way, a mold is what you use to mold something. Anyways, though, let's talk about machinery right now. When we're talking about machinery, we're talking about machines very often. Machines taken together or in general. You can also say, though, that machinery can refer to the pieces or the parts of a machine. But here we're talking about a factory, okay? A factory where these proto-vegetable crayons were being made, where they were being perfected, okay? The machinery, okay, were all the machines that you needed to make those crayons. That's the machinery in that factory. Well, that's what this word machinery here is referring to. Anyways, for example, the factory workers use various types of machinery. And by the way, the word machinery is a noun.
Okay, so sticky machines, badly made crayons, none of this was really working very well, so more experiments were required, and that's what happened. So eventually, we read, Kimura found the right balance, using rice wax as a common ingredient in all her crayons. So not sort of the oil-based wax or the beeswax or candle wax, using a rice wax became the common ingredient. This was the thing that sort of helped all the crayons work much better. She found the right balance through doing tests and experiments. What is a balance? Well, in this case, this noun means an equal and or harmonious amount of something. When you flavor food, you want to have a balance in the food, right? A lot of people like, for example, Thai food because there's a great balance of sweet and sour and spicy. It's not too sweet, it's not too sour. Everything is just in the right amount so that it all blends together very, very well. We can also talk about having balance in our lives. Don't spend all your time at work and don't spend all your time at home playing video games. Do the work, play the game, see your friends, have a nice balance, have the right amounts of everything so it all works well. For example, the movie has a perfect balance of drama and comedy. You laugh, you cry, you laugh, and then you end up entertained.
You don't have too much of one thing.
Not too much.
And not enough of the other thing. No, these things, they're in a really good balance. They are in balance.
And when cooking, we like to balance the ingredients.
You've got to balance the ingredients. Don't use too much wasabi or something like that and have a flavor that overpowers anything. Anyways, when we're talking about ingredients, we're talking about the things that you need and need to put together and stuff like that in order to make something. Usually when we're talking about ingredients, we're talking about what you need to make a certain dish. Okay, by the way, before you start cooking, you might need to consult a recipe. A recipe tells you how to cook something. It also tells you what you need to have in order to cook that thing. You might need garlic and salt and potatoes and stuff like that. These would all be ingredients when you're making something like mashed potatoes, garlic mashed potatoes. Anyways, the word ingredient is a noun. For example, the dish contains few ingredients and is very easy to make. So it sounds like the recipe is going to be short and sweet and might just make something delicious as well. All right, folks, with that, it is time for us to take a break, but don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
要用农产品做蜡笔并不容易，蔬菜蜡笔花了好长一段时间才变得完美。那文中的 perfect 在这边是当动词，要念作 perfect， 表示完美，使什么什么完美。好，木村一开始在做这个蔬菜蜡笔的时候，这个蜡笔常常断裂，而且显色度不佳，它还会在纸上留下一道蜡的痕迹。而且水果蜡笔里面的那个糖会让这用来塑形的机器粘得一团乱。后来他就决定用米蜡来当做蜡笔的原料，他找到了正确的平衡配方。好，那这边出现4个单字 trail 它可以用来指特定的路线或者是小路小径，不过它在课文里面是指痕迹踪迹，像是一串痕迹。Mike 老师提到蝸牛在爬过的地方会留下一串黏液的痕迹，那老师有用到 slime 这个字可以用来指动物的黏液。好，下一个单字 machinery 它是机械的总称或是指机器。至于 balance 它表示平衡或是均势。至于 ingredient 它是指食材成分，也可以用来表达构成要素。至于补充单字 mold 当名词可以指模子模具，那在课文里面它是当动词，表示塑形或是塑造。这些回到课文中。
Vegetable crayons, producing art with produce. Like the produce they're made from, the crayons in each set of vegetable crayons vary by the season. Even though they're not intended as food, with colors like pumpkin, apple, carrot, and corn, the crayons seem almost good enough to eat. Still, they won't cause any harm if ingested. One more reason vegetable crayons are perfect for young children.
Okay, everyone, let's begin to wrap things up. Next, our article says, like the produce they're made from, the crayons in each set of vegetable crayons vary by the season. How interesting.
That's
Produce
right.
varies throughout the seasons.
Sure.
And so will the crayons in your vegetable crayon box.
That's right. In the same way restaurants might not serve summer fruit in the middle of winter, you might find it difficult to find certain colors depending on the season. It says even though they're not intended as food, with colors like pumpkin, apple, carrot, and corn, the crayons seem almost good enough to eat. So these are the names of some of their colors. They're also the name of some very popular fruits and vegetables. So I'm not sure you'd want to eat them, but it sounds like, from what they're made from the ingredients, that they would be fairly safe for young kids to use. Young kids being well known for putting things in their mouths, but it's not a snack. These are crayons. They're not snacks.
They're still crayons. They're still made of wax.
Yes.
And wax it's just not delicious.
It won't do your tummy any good.
That being said, these are not poisonous or toxic in any way, shape, or form. Yes, still, they won't cause any harm if ingested. If you eat them, if you ingest them, if you take them into your body, you'll be fine. So yes, they won't cause you any harm if you ingest them, and this is just one more reason vegetable crayons are perfect for young children.
For art and drawing,
and
not for a snack.
Also because young children
Yeah.
pop those things in their mouths. Anyways, don't eat them.
I'm sure the
It'll be
apple.
fine if you do.
I'm sure the apple crayon is much more expensive than a real apple, and it won't leave you feeling satisfied.
So just eat the apple.
Eat the apple.
Eat the
draw
apple.
with the apple crayon.
Anyways, folks, with that, we are done with our article on vegetable crayons. And coming up next, we have the What Do You Think question. Mike, would you be interested in trying out vegetable crayons for art, not for eating?
Yes, in my opinion, this is a very interesting new product. I don't often buy art supplies, I have to admit, but hey, next time I walk by a store that's selling pens and pencils and paints and paper, I might go in and look and see if they have a small box of vegetable crayons. I'd like to try them out.
Sounds good to me.
And then not eat them.
And then not eat them. Good tip. Okay, folks, with that, it's time for us to say bye-bye, as our lesson has come to an end.
Take care.
我们知道农产品有季节性，那蔬菜蜡笔也是，每一套蔬菜蜡笔会随着季节变换，而且它们有着像南瓜、苹果、红萝卜、玉米等等的色彩，看起来很可口。即使把它们吃下去，也不会造成任何伤害，所以这款蔬菜蜡笔非常适合给幼儿使用。那 Jeff 老师说，这些蜡笔都不是有毒的。老师用到 poisonous 还有 toxic 这两个形容词都是用来形容有毒的。那我们最后来看补充单字 ingest 它是动词，表示摄取、吸收。好啦，以上是这些讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。大家好，我是 Hanny。在今天的课程中，我们要介绍5个文法重点。第一个是 put something to good use， 第二个是 other than， 第三个是 even though， 第四个是 be intended as， 第五个是 be good enough to 加上原形动词。首先，我们来学习 put something to good use。Put something to good use 表示善加利用某事物。例如 Thanks for sharing these tips. I'll put them to good use. 谢谢你分享这些诀窍，我会善加利用的。接下来，我们来学习 other than。介系词 other than 表示除了什么什么之外，那是表达不包含后面的受词，意思就跟 except for 或者是 but 相同。例如The store is open every day other than Christmas. 那间商店除了圣诞节之外，每天都有营业。接下来，我们来学习 even though。Even though 表示即使、虽然，它是 though 或是 although 的强调说法，之后是接子句。Even though 是用来引导确定的情况或者是已经发生的事实，强调说某个情况成立，但还是有这个结果。例如 Even though we missed the bus, we still got there in time. 尽管我们错过公车，但我们还是有及时赶到那里。接下来，我们来学习 be intended as。Be intended as 表示打算用来作为什么样的用途。例如 The room was originally intended as a study. 这间房间原本是打算用来当做书房的。最后， 我们来学习 be good enough to 加上原形动词。Be good enough 加上不定词就表示好到足以怎么样怎么样。那么 be 动词也可以用连缀动词来代换，像是 seem 等等。例如 Her grades are good enough to get into a top university. 她的成绩够好，可以上顶尖大学。再看一个例句 These candy jewels look good enough to eat. 这些糖果珠宝看起来好到可以吃，令人垂涎欲滴。以上是今天的重点整理，我们下次见喽 ！See you next time. Bye.
欢迎收看《就爱讲英文》，
我是悠悠，
我是 Jay。
你知道平常开会的时候我都很认真听，
对，
然后也怎么认真听，其实也没有听得懂，因为我都在打瞌睡，
喂，
很累耶。
好吧，好吧，如果真的是听不懂，那要打岔一下，要确定听不懂，不要装懂，对不对 ？OK，那这个要打断人家，
可是
可能是听不懂，或者是他乱讲，然后你
不好意思，会议中插话了，
不想让人家讲了哈，对。
觉得自己好像没礼貌，
还是要会
是
，OK， 你就可以要打断人家说 ，Excuse me for interrupting。
Excuse me for interrupting。
对，就不好意思，我要打岔了。Interrupt 就是要打断他。Excuse me for interrupting， 或者是 Sorry for，Sorry to interrupt。Sorry
to interrupt。Sorry
to interrupt，but 然后重点
怎么样？
对 ，OK。
那你如果觉得说，你正在说明一件很重要的事情就被打断了
，Please don't interrupt。
北山不行哦。
Please don't interrupt。OK， 让我讲完。Let me finish。Please don't interrupt。
真的，有时候我也蛮讨厌他突然打岔我的话。
Please don't interrupt。
Please don't interrupt。
对。
可是因为在询问或确认这个会议当中也是常见，才不会你知道，你要确认一下，不然就误会了嘛，误会就惨了，会错意就惨了。
不要人家误会，你就可以请他这，你可不可以
说明一下？
再说明一下呢 ？Can you please clarify？Can
you please clarify？
对 ，clarify 是这个厘清的意思啊，它从 clear 是同一个这个同一个字源来的哈 ，clear。Clarify 讲清楚，说清楚，讲明白。
是的，可不可以澄清一下你刚刚提案中的那个第二点啊？
Okay.
我不太理解。
Can you please clarify the second point in your proposal?
Can you please clarify the second point in your proposal?
I'm not sure I understand it.
I'm not sure I understand it.
对，不大确定我了解哦。或者是你也可以说 Can you please elaborate？Elaborate 呢是这个详细说明，进一步说明，
说清楚，讲明白。
对 ，Can you please elaborate？Can
you please elaborate？
比如说我没有完全了解呢 ，I'm not seeing the whole picture。
我没有办法看清楚你在讲什么，对不对 ？I cannot see the whole picture.
I'm not seeing the whole picture. Can you please elaborate?
Can you please elaborate? I'm not seeing the whole picture. Can you please elaborate?
对，那最后你可以跟对方在确认的时候呢，就是 I would like to double check.
I would like to double check.
对 ，Do you mean that?
Do you mean that 什么什么？
对，然后看你理解什么这样哈。
对
Do you mean that? Okay. Do you mean that I should get married again? 那来看一下今天的 live action.
我以为是有八卦。
With estimated earnings of
Excuse me for interrupting.
Yes.
I don't quite understand.
Yes.
Can you please clarify the second point in your proposal? I'm not seeing the whole picture.
Of course.
Yep. Do you mean that we will be showing our new product next month?
Yes, that's right.